This is the Morehead State Baseball Update. I'm Matt Schabert from Media Relations, joined by head coach Mike McGuire. And Coach, tell us about the excitement level of the team heading into the OVC tournament. That was one of the goals you had this year. The team has achieved that goal so far with a big series win over Jacksonville State this weekend. So let's just talk a little bit about the team's mentality and the excitement heading into the OVC tournament.
Well, we obviously had goals and expectations going into the season. Obviously, the main goal is to win the OVC tournament, and you don't win that if you don't get in it. And so, obviously, coming off a big weekend, the league was very tightly contested. And everybody was kind of jumbled together, and we had to play well down the stretch in order to get in. We got in. We're excited about that, and we think we got a legitimate shot to win it.
This team this year, so many guys up and down the lineup, it's almost like you can't pinpoint, this team. Some teams have stars, other teams have lots of stars, and your team has lots of stars. There's so many guys that have contributed this year, offensively, defensively, and pitching.
Well, I think, obviously Brandon Rawls, set some records this year and gotten a lot of notoriety, and deservedly so. But at the same time, one of the great things about our lineup is there's a tough out 1 through 9. And if you look, it starts Robbie Spencer's our leadoff man's had a great year. Kane Sweeney's coming off a great year last year as a sophomore, backed that up again this year. Brandon, as I said, has had a phenomenal year. Chris Robinson hits behind him, and to me is an all OVC catcher. And Bobby Burns solidified the DH slot for us, had a great year. Jeff Burkhofer, has become our mainstay at third base and really made us better defensively. And the list goes on and on. Tyler Bigler hits in a 7-hole, plays second base for us, and set a school record for hit by pitches. His on base percentage is phenomenal. And I just we've got a lot of tough outs, a lot of people we can call on, and that's why we're a good club offensively.
Also, if you look, you've got a couple guys, some freshmen, some younger guys that have been able to step in when other guys have gotten injured, needed a day off. You really haven't missed a beat with some of those guys, too.
Well, we've battled some injuries like all teams do, but Luke Humphreys became our Friday guy after our first conference series, and has really solidified our pitching staff. He's been a constant for us Friday night. He's 4-1 in league play. He's pitched very well. And then we've got Ryan Kent's a freshman that has played center field most every day. Jimmy Wright's our designated, DH and catcher some. And Jimmy's, as a freshman, has shown glimpses of what a bright future he can have. So, we've got a good contribution from some of the young bucks.
Talk about this OVC tournament coming up. Just what is the team's mentality heading into the OVC tournament? I know this team has been very loose all year, and that's been one of the keys, I think, for you to have some success.
Well, we've been in lot of must-win situations this recently, and we've played very well every time we're in that scenario. And so I don't think we're going to be fazed by the fact we're in the OVC tournament. We've played a lot of big games. We've played a good schedule. I think that's a big part of preparing your team for OVC play. And I don't think we're going to be fazed by anything. We're going to be excited to play, but we're going to be loose and ready to go just like we always are.
How about playing in the minor league park down in Jackson? A couple of these guys were on the team, not too many, but a couple of guys have had some experience. You've played in some big venues, though, this year, and I think that's probably helped your club.
Well, I think so. One of the things I've said about our club is our offense travels. We hit, it's not like we, if you look at us, our home stats are much greater than our road stats. We're not a power hitting team. We just, we kind of bludgeon you to death with singles and walks and hit by pitches. And that's a recipe that will work on the road as well. So, and I think our pitching staff will certainly benefit from playing in a big ballpark. It's discouraging sometimes you give up a few cheapies here at home, and those are going to be F8s and F9s on the road.
Well, Coach, we want to say good luck to the team. Hopefully you'll come back the weekend with an OVC championship trophy.
Well, that's the goal. Thanks, Matt.
That is head coach Mike McGuire from the Morehead State baseball team. I am Matt Schabert from Media Relations. This has been the Morehead State Baseball Update.